I'm Sherrod Brown. It's an honor to serve the voters of Ohio and the people of this country in the United States Senate. Welcome to Facebook Live. I'm proud today to be joined by Tamika Cooley-Pettis from Dayton, who worked for AT&T for 15 years before retiring. It was her first job she ever had where she belonged to a union. She got a pension. She got health care benefits for her two children. She now dedicates her life, which is so great. She dedicates her life to helping other workers organize, to have that same opportunity she enjoyed. It's simple. She understands, we understand, unions make Ohioans hard work pay off. Union workers earn higher wages. On average, they have better benefits, they have more retirement security, they have more control, equally important, over their schedules. It's why I lead the fight in the Senate to pass the Protecting the Right to Organize, the PRO Act. The bill would start to level the playing field between workers and corporations so workers can bargain for higher pay and better health care and more opportunities for a career advancement. We've seen for too many decades government policy is centered around corporate interests, trade policy, tax policy, wage policy. We have a different president and a new Senate where our policy will be, workers will be the center of our policy, especially union workers. The bill, as I said, levels the playing field so workers can bargain collectively. When workers try to organize a union, it's never a fair fight because of federal law. We saw what happened with Amazon earlier this year, one of the most powerful corporations in the world. They would not be raking in profits without the hard work and dedication of its workers. Yet Amazon, as you remember, just yesterday when what's his name, the head of Amazon, thanked his workers basically for sending him up into space and all the money he makes from those workers. Yet then Amazon unleashed all of its power to fight its own workers in Alabama when they tried to unionize. We see the same tactics here. Tomorrow, the Senate Health and Labor Committee will hold a hearing on the PRO Act. Ohioan Gracie Heldman from Pandora, Northwest Ohio, is set to testify about her experiencing trying to form a union. Over the course of 3 elections, that company, Consolidated Biscuit, has harassed employees. They've threatened them with firing and plant closures. Ms. Cooley-Pettis has seen this in her organizing efforts, all to try to stop them from unionizing. The PRO Act would give workers finally a fighting chance against these corporate union-busting tactics. It would strengthen punishment against companies that cheat, that violate workers' rights, and that retaliate against union organizers. It would close loopholes that allow employers to misclassify their employees. So as supervisors and independent contracts, anything to get around labor law, anything to fight unions. Unions, pure and simple, strip away everything else. Unions are about workers' rights. They're about the dignity of work. They give workers a voice in their workplace. They empower people to build careers and live better lives for their families. If you love this country, you fight for the people who make it work. That's what Ms. Cooley-Pettis is doing because she understands, as I do, that strong unions mean a strong middle class. Tamika Cooley-Pettis, tell us your story. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Sherrod Brown, for having me first and foremost. And as Mr. Sherrod Brown stated, I was employed with AT&T for 15 years. Because of that employment, it allowed me to be a part of a union with a union called Communications Workers of America, which is called CWA. Because of the opportunities, I have dedicated the rest of my career to helping workers achieve a voice in their workplace. The PRO Act would alleviate the hardcore anti-union campaigns most Americans experience. Senator Brown talked briefly on some of the current laws that actually make it unfair for unions to run an election. The real unfairness is to the middle class Americans who want to have a say-so, just a yes or no, of if they want to actually join a union or not. And because of these laws that don't protect the employees, employers make them sit into anti-union campaign meetings. They fear that there's going to be some type of reprisal where they're going to actually have their job taken away from them, or that the company itself will be shut down. Those type of threats that the company actually perpetrate has boomed into a 350 million year actual industry for this group. Workers want to be able to have a say-so in what they actually say and do in their facility. Because of the PRO Act and some of the changes they would make with the law that would protect our people, And when I say our people, I'm talking about our American brothers and sisters who go every day to work and who want to actually have a chance to bring their children to college, to have them see a pension, to see that they actually have a retirement plan. And those are the things that the PRO Act would allow us to be able to do, because managers will not be able to hold mandatory meetings like they actually do now, which browbeat workers to saying, no, I don't want to have any part of the union. Workers should be able to make their choice freely. And that's why we support the PRO Act for workers.
Ms. Cooley-Pettis, thank you. From Dayton, Ohio, longtime CWA member, Communications Workers of America, and she's exactly right. And surveys show that more than half of American workers would like to join a union if they had a chance to, yet only about one-fifth that number, about 9 or 10 or 11% actually do. And that's because of government policy and because of corporations that do everything they can in too many cases to keep unions out. So thanks very much, Ms. Cooley-Pettis. We will do something like this again, and call on us on any organizing drive you're part of. We want to help. So best wishes.
Working with you. Have a
Thank
blessed
you,
day.
and good to see everybody on Facebook Live. Best wishes. Thank you.
Bye-bye.